Ciao a tutti e benvenuti nelle bellissime Cinque Terre.
Hello everyone and welcome to beautiful Cinque Terre. This is Tony Amato and I will take you in this virtual tour of the 5 fishing villages of the Cinque Terre, which are the Italian Riviera's most iconic highlights. Train is the easiest way to get to the Cinque Terre. My recommended direction is to start in Monterosso al Mare and end in Riomaggiore. Tip number 1. You could visit all 5 villages in one day by starting early and walking straight through from one end to the other. Monterosso al Mare is the largest and furthest north of the villages. It is the easiest to get to, so can be very busy, especially at weekends. It's split into 2 sections linked by a short tunnel with an old town and resort-style beachfront area. Monterosso is the only Cinque Terre village with a proper beach. It has the widest selection of accommodation and best hotels, and is the least hilly, so it's the most accessible, but can be expensive. If you plan on completing the Blue Trail from Monterosso, you'll come across plenty of beautiful vineyards, as seen on the screen. What to do in Monterosso? Head down to the sandy Fagina beach and go for dinner in a restaurant by the sea. It is also worth spending half a day discovering the historic center, among the alleys, discovering authentic views and the most interesting monuments. If you head south from Monterosso, you will reach the beautiful village of Vernazza. A rocky spur reaching out towards the sea, backed by high cliffs and covered with green hills, home to a village of houses and monuments next to the marina. The small, colorful houses and moored boats, the prickly pears and cultivated terraces create an enchanting landscape. Venture into one of the most beautiful villages in Italy for an immersive experience in the pristine Mediterranean landscape. Visit the Church of Santa Margherita di Antiochia, St. Margaret of Antioch, dedicated to the village's patron saint. It has mullioned windows overlooking the sea and presents a blend of Romanesque, Baroque and Gothic styles. We highly recommend taking a stroll among the colorful, towering houses, through courtyards, under porticos and loggias, the perfect spot for a cup of coffee, and along Via Roma, an ancient underground river. Tip number 2. Be sure to try the local speciality, T&D Vernazza, baked potatoes and anchovies flavored with Mediterranean herbs and lemon zest, where the land and sea come together in one unique dish. While the Belforte Tower acts as a lookout next to the small port, dominating the town from above is Doria Castle, on a dramatic cliff. Corniglia is the 3rd Cinque Terre village and the highest. It is placed on a steep promontory, with 2 exclusive small beaches at its sides. Like the other villages, it is a shining gem along the sea. Tip number 3. Do not pronounce the village name the same funny way I did when I visited Corniglia in 2012. I called it Corniglia. Here you will be captivated by the pastel colors of the traditional Ligurian houses and by the labyrinth of alleys and corrughi that hide wonderful views. Corniglia offers the most spectacular panorama and, strange to say, the one from which you will reach the best beaches of the Cinque Terre. 10-minute walk away you can find the Gavano Beach, one of the most beautiful beaches in Liguria. Corniglia station is on the Genoa La Spezia line and trains run practically every 20 minutes, especially during the summer season, when the trains of the Cinque Terre Express line also come into service. The Church of San Pietro was built between 1334 and 1351 and has a very sober sandstone facade with a beautiful rose window. In white Carrara marble, it has a very elaborate shape, with all different designs and, in the central hole, a deer symbol of the village. From the station to the Borgo, you can go up by walking along the famous Lardarina staircase. This steep uphill walk takes around 20 minutes. The village can be discovered along the main street, Via Fieschi, which connects the viewpoint of Santa Maria to the Church of San Pietro. Manarola was built on a high rock 70 meters above sea level. It is one of the most charming and romantic of the Cinque Terre villages. The tiny harbor features a boat ramp, a tiny piazza and picturesque multicolored houses facing the sea. Tip number 4. I recommend the scenic hike Manarola Vallastra Corniglia. The first part of the hiking trail has a very steep climb, 1,200 steps, which you can skip taking the bus, which costs around €2 from Manarola to Vallastra. Normally there is a bus every hour. The path goes along narrow and spectacular terraces with vineyards supported by dry stone walls. It gives you wonderful views of the Mediterranean and the Cinque Terre villages. This path is free and you do not need any hiking pass. Tip number 5. The famous path Via della Mare is unfortunately closed due to a landslide and will reopen in summer 2024. Riomaggiore is the most southern village of the Cinque Terre, situated just 2 minutes by train from Manarola. The town climbs up along the ridges overlooking the sea, and it is characterized from the typical stone houses with colored facades and slate roofs. To get to Manarola, the village just west of Riomaggiore, La Via della Mare Way is accessible with the Cinque Terre card, which can be purchased at most of the tourist information centers in each of the villages. To get to the rest of the villages, you'll need to take a train. What to see? The Church of San Giovanni Battista, built 1340 in Gothic style. The Church of San Lorenzo, 1338, with its beautiful rose window dating back to the 14th century. Castle of Riomaggiore, built in 1260, where you can enjoy a wonderful sight over the sea. Along the coast road connecting Riomaggiore with La Spezia, you can find the sanctuary of Madonna di Montenero. Enjoy the breathtaking panoramic views of the whole Cinque Terre coastal line. In Riomaggiore starts the Via dell'Amore, a wonderful path known for the romantic atmosphere and amazing landscapes. It leads to Manarola, and it takes 20 minutes walking. I hope you've enjoyed our MIO Travel's video coverage and travel tips of the spectacular Cinque Terre. Please subscribe to the channel to get notified when new videos are released. Ciao ciao!